So this is me, 1995, March 9th. I was born into a traditional Indian family in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Not the most normal place for an Indian person to be born, but here I was. Um, I'm Gujarati. My family is from the west of India. 8 months old. This is me. I was already walking and swimming by the time I was this age, so I was pretty inquisitive, and I was already developing a very determined personality, trying to juggle walking and swimming at the same time. But I tried. At the age of 2.5, my parents and I moved to the United States. As an only child, I learned to entertain myself pretty quickly. Here I am cutting coupons from the paper, so bargaining at its best. When I was 3, my parents gifted me my first doctor's kit, and this is what I was expected to play with. I would give checkups to my parents all the time, so my parents had to sit through that. I'm sorry, mom and dad. I am not the best doctor. We all know that now. Um, when I began to go to daycare and then preschool, I quickly found out that many people had brothers and sisters, but me, it was just me, my mom, and dad. And by then, I had turned 5. I was extremely proud of my culture, and I was extremely proud of being Indian. I was always excited to dress up and take pictures and go to cultural events. I loved, being a part of who I really was. While swimming and, eventually tennis and ice skating, all became the norm for me. Dance took precedence after the age of 7, and I completed that through my adulthood pretty much. I started dancing at 7, and then my journey sort of continued through then. By age 10, I was reading above my grade level, and I pretty much received every award that year, from perfect attendance all the way to principal's honor roll. I was the teacher's pet. You heard it here first. When I was 14, I began volunteering at local hospitals, initially because my mom forced me to. And then by age 15, I was actually volunteering year-round at multiple different hospitals. I was efficient, communicated well with the staff, and had pretty good bedside manner. And I thought at the time that I wanted to go into cancer research, and I wanted to work with cancer patients. And while that didn't happen, I definitely had a great experience. But then at the age of 17, I received the President's Award for Volunteer Service from the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, for all the work that I had done over the past 3 years at that point. And then at age 18, the summer before college, I broke my ankle right before my last solo recital of my formal dance training. But the show still went on. After 19, I didn't know who I was. An assault caused me to withdraw, and I quietly began to fade. At 20, I was depressed, struggling, and suicidal. Who would have known, though? At 21, people were talking about me, and not the fact that I was a pre-med major or that I was going to be a doctor one day. At 22, I found a voice in the back of my head that said, keep going. And so I became a closet writer. No one knew I was writing. No one knew that behind closed doors, there was actually something going on. All everybody knew is that at one point, I just disappeared. By age 23, I was writing for one of the most well-known South Asian publications. This was my probably biggest accomplishment at the time, because I had always seen this magazine on social media, on Facebook and everything, and to actually be a part of it, to actually say, hey, I work here, was something that never in a million years I would have thought. But here I was, staff writer at Brown Girl magazine, who eventually became the editor of Health and Human Rights. At 24, I was actually the face of a mental health campaign through Harvard Medical School and McLean Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. This actually went on to find a home in Boston International Airport, which if you're there, please go check it out between terminals B and C. And now here I am, 25, thriving, speaking up and making things happen. And guess what? It's still just the beginning. What I want you guys to understand is that while there is togetherness and loneliness, there is togetherness and healing. I want people to take mental health seriously because behind every statistic, there is a story, a face, and a life. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I will talk a little bit about my book now. It's not my book solely. It's actually a compilation of stories from all different immigrants. And it's called Two Different Worlds, What We Wish We Knew Growing Up. So if you'd like to read it, please feel free to get that on either Kindle or Apple Books. And yeah, that's pretty much it.